Greatness doesn't happen by chance. It's a deliberate path shaped not just by your deeds, but also by your thoughts and how you tackle life's tests and chances. Many believe that achieving something remarkable requires superhuman effort or luck, but the truth is that greatness starts in the mind. The foundation of every significant achievement is a mindset that supports growth, resilience, and purpose. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. It shapes your choices, fuels your actions, and determines how you respond to both setbacks and victories. While many remain stuck in limiting beliefs or outdated thinking, those who achieve greatness consistently break free from these constraints. They adopt mental frameworks that allow them to navigate life with clarity, strength, and determination. What's remarkable about these shifts is that they're accessible to anyone. They don't require special talents or circumstances, only a willingness to challenge old habits and embrace new perspectives. These shifts in mindset are practical and actionable. They're the keys that unlock potential, the tools that turn obstacles into opportunities, and the guiding principles that lead to fulfillment and success. Achieving greatness isn't about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about growth, adaptation, and an unwavering commitment to becoming more than you were yesterday. Each mindset shift represents a step away from limitation and a step toward possibility. It's about learning to see challenges as stepping stones, failures as teachers, and every day as a chance to move closer to your highest potential. These shifts require courage because they often ask you to leave behind familiar ways of thinking. They challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, question assumptions, and see the world and yourself in new ways. But with every shift, you'll find a renewed sense of empowerment, clarity, and direction. You'll discover that the path to greatness isn't about following someone else's blueprint. It's about creating your own, guided by a mindset that supports your unique journey. The power of these shifts lies in their ability to transform how you engage with life. They shape how you handle adversity, pursue goals, and interact with others. They redefine what's possible for you, not because the world changes, but because you change the way you see it. These shifts are not just about achieving success. They're about cultivating a life of purpose, passion, and impact. The first powerful mindset shift for achieving greatness is embracing the belief that challenges are opportunities. Many people view challenges as obstacles to success, as roadblocks that hinder their progress. This mindset often leads to frustration, hesitation, and a desire to avoid difficulties altogether. But those who achieve greatness see challenges differently. They understand that every obstacle is a chance to grow, learn, and refine their skills. They know that challenges are not detours from the path to success. They are the path. When you shift your perspective and begin to see challenges as opportunities, you unlock a wellspring of resilience and creativity. This mindset reframes every setback and difficulty as an essential part of your journey. Instead of asking why something is happening to you, start asking what you can learn from it or how it can make you better. These questions form the foundation of growth, transforming moments of despair into moments of empowerment. Think about failure. For most people, failure is something to fear and avoid at all costs. It's seen as a reflection of inadequacy or incompetence. But for those who achieve greatness, failure is a teacher, not an enemy. They understand that failure provides valuable feedback. It shows them what doesn't work and points them toward what might. By viewing failure as an opportunity to gain insight, they remove the emotional weight it carries and use it as a stepping stone to success. This mindset shift influences how you approach uncertainty. Uncertainty is an inevitable part of pursuing greatness, yet it often triggers anxiety and hesitation. People naturally want to feel secure and in control, but the truth is that real growth happens in the unknown. When you see uncertainty as an opportunity to discover new possibilities, you embrace it rather than avoid it. You stop waiting for perfect conditions and start moving forward with courage and curiosity. The belief that challenges are opportunities fosters a sense of personal responsibility. Instead of blaming external circumstances or other people for your difficulties, you take ownership of how you respond. You recognize that while you may not control everything that happens to you, you always control your attitude and actions. This empowerment helps you stay focused on solutions rather than getting stuck in complaints or excuses. This mindset doesn't mean denying the difficulty of challenges or pretending they're easier than they are. It's about acknowledging the reality of the situation while choosing to focus on what you can gain from it. It's about finding the silver lining without ignoring the clouds. It's about being honest with yourself while remaining committed to growth and progress. Think about the people you admire, those who have achieved extraordinary things despite tremendous adversity. What sets them apart is not the absence of challenges, but their ability to see those challenges as opportunities for transformation. They don't shy away from difficulty, they lean into it. They trust that every experience, no matter how tough, holds something valuable if they're willing to look for it. This mindset affects how you interact with others. When you see challenges as opportunities, you inspire those around you to adopt the same perspective. You become a source of encouragement and motivation, helping others see that they too can overcome their difficulties and use them as a springboard for growth. This creates a ripple effect that strengthens your relationships and amplifies your impact. Cultivating this mindset requires practice. It's not something that happens overnight, especially if you're used to seeing challenges as purely negative. Start by reflecting on a recent difficulty you faced. Ask yourself what lessons or insights you gained from the experience. Think about how it might have prepared you for future opportunities. Over time, this practice will become second nature, and you'll find yourself approaching challenges with confidence and curiosity. When you embrace the belief that challenges are opportunities, you transform how you engage with life. You stop fearing failure, uncertainty, and difficulty because you see them for what they truly are: opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. This shift is a foundational step on the path to greatness, one that will serve you in every area of your life. The second powerful mindset shift for achieving greatness is recognizing that consistency matters more than intensity. In a world that often celebrates dramatic transformations and quick results, it's easy to believe that success requires grand gestures or extraordinary efforts. But the truth is, greatness is rarely the result of a single monumental act. Instead, it's built through small, consistent actions repeated over time. Consistency is the quiet force behind extraordinary achievements. It's not about doing something spectacular once. It's about showing up day after day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Successful people understand that it's the daily habits, the incremental progress, and the unwavering commitment that lead to lasting success. This mindset shift challenges the desire for instant gratification and replaces it with a discipline to play the long game. One of the reasons consistency is so powerful is that it creates momentum. When you take consistent action, even if it's small, you start building a rhythm. Over time, this rhythm grows into a habit, and that habit compounds into results. It's like planting seeds in a garden. At first, it might seem like nothing is happening, but with patience and care, those seeds sprout, grow, and eventually bear fruit. The key is to keep watering them, even when you can't see the growth. This mindset shift highlights the importance of process over outcome. While it's natural to set goals and aspire to achieve them, focusing solely on the end result can be discouraging, especially when progress feels slow. Consistency shifts your attention to the process, the daily actions that move you closer to your goals. It reminds you that every step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. This focus on the process keeps you motivated and engaged, even during the inevitable plateaus and setbacks. Think about how this principle applies to personal development. If you want to get in shape, going to the gym once and working out intensely won't make much of a difference. But if you commit to exercising regularly, even if it's just for minutes a day, you'll see significant improvements over time. The same principle applies to learning a skill, building relationships, or advancing your career. It's not about doing everything at once, it's about doing the right things consistently. Consistency builds trust, both with yourself and with others. When you consistently show up for your commitments, you reinforce your sense of integrity and reliability. You prove to yourself that you can follow through, which boosts your confidence and self-esteem. At the same time, others come to see you as dependable and trustworthy, which strengthens your relationships and opens doors to new opportunities. One of the biggest challenges to consistency is the allure of intensity. Many people start with great enthusiasm, diving into their goals with all their energy, only to burn out quickly. Successful individuals understand that it's better to start small and sustainable than to overcommit and quit. They pace themselves, knowing that the race to greatness is a marathon, not a sprint. This mindset shift requires patience, which can be difficult in a culture that prizes instant results. But patience is what allows consistency to work its magic. It's what helps you stay the course when progress feels slow or invisible. It's what keeps you moving forward, even when it seems like nothing is happening. Patience combined with consistency creates a powerful combination that leads to extraordinary outcomes. Another important aspect of consistency is resilience. Life is unpredictable, and there will be times when you miss a day, face setbacks, or feel like giving up. What matters is not perfection, but persistence. Successful people don't let one missed step derail their entire journey. They get back on track as quickly as possible, knowing that consistency is about the long-term pattern, not the occasional misstep. Consistency cultivates discipline, When you commit to doing something regularly, even when you don't feel like it, you strengthen your ability to make choices that align with your goals. This discipline spills over into other areas of your life, making it easier to stay focused, resist distractions, and overcome challenges. The beauty of consistency is that it's accessible to everyone. You don't need extraordinary talent, resources, or opportunities to be consistent. All it takes is the willingness to start small, stay committed, and keep going. Over time, those small, consistent actions add up to significant achievements, proving that greatness is not reserved for the extraordinary, but available to anyone willing to put in the work. When you embrace the mindset that consistency matters more than intensity, you unlock a powerful tool for achieving greatness. You stop chasing quick fixes and start building a foundation of habits and actions that will sustain you for the long haul. This shift not only transforms how you approach your goals, but instills a sense of purpose and resilience that will serve you in every area of your life. The third powerful mindset shift for achieving greatness is embracing failure as a teacher, not an enemy. Most people fear failure and avoid it at all costs, viewing it as a sign of inadequacy or defeat. But successful individuals understand that failure is an inevitable part of growth. Instead of running from it, they lean into it, recognizing that each failure holds valuable lessons that can propel them forward. This shift requires a complete rethinking of what failure means. Failure is not a verdict on your abilities or potential, it's feedback. It's the world's way of showing you what doesn't work, where there's room for improvement, and how you can refine your approach. It's a stepping stone, not a dead end. When you learn to view failure through this lens, it loses its sting and becomes a powerful tool for growth and transformation. Think about the stories of some of the most successful individuals in history. Nearly all of them encountered failure at some point in their journey, and many experienced it repeatedly. Thomas Edison famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure brought him closer to the breakthrough because he treated each misstep as a learning opportunity. His mindset wasn't that he failed, but rather that he found another way that doesn't work. This perspective allowed him to persevere and ultimately achieve greatness. Failure teaches you resilience. When you encounter setbacks, you have a choice to give up or to keep going. Each time you choose to press on, you strengthen your ability to bounce back from adversity. Resilience is like a muscle, it grows stronger with use. The more you confront failure and learn from it, the more confident and capable you become. You begin to see yourself not as someone who avoids failure, but as someone who overcomes it. One of the most valuable lessons failure teaches is the importance of adaptability. When things don't go as planned, you're forced to reevaluate your approach and try something different. This flexibility is essential for success because it keeps you moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. Failure pushes you to think creatively, explore new strategies, and develop solutions you might never have considered otherwise. Failure reveals your true strengths and weaknesses. It's easy to overestimate your abilities when everything is going smoothly, but failure brings clarity. It shows you where you need to improve and what skills you need to develop. This self-awareness is a gift because it allows you to focus your energy on becoming better instead of hiding from your weaknesses. You embrace them as opportunities for growth. Another important aspect of this mindset shift is detaching your self-worth from your outcomes. Many people equate their failures with personal inadequacy, leading to shame and self-doubt. But successful individuals understand that failure is a part of the process, not a reflection of their value as a person. They separate their identity from their results, which frees them to take risks and pursue ambitious goals without fear of judgment or rejection. Failure fosters humility, a quality that is essential for long-term success. It reminds you that you don't have all the answers and that there's always more to learn. This humility keeps you open to feedback, advice, and new perspectives, which in turn accelerates your growth. It makes you more relatable and approachable, strengthening your relationships and building trust with others. Reframing failure as a teacher requires conscious effort. It's natural to feel disappointed or frustrated when things don't go as planned, but the key is not to dwell on those feelings. Instead, shift your focus to the lessons you can take away. Ask yourself what went wrong, what you could do differently next time, and what you learned about yourself in the process. This reflective approach transforms failure into a valuable source of insight and wisdom. This mindset shift involves cultivating a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset see failure not as a permanent setback, but as a temporary challenge that can be overcome with persistence and hard work. They embrace challenges, seek out feedback, and view obstacles as opportunities to improve. Failure can serve as a catalyst for innovation. When faced with a problem that seems insurmountable, failure forces you to think outside the box and experiment with new ideas. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history have come from people who were willing to fail repeatedly until they found a solution. This willingness to fail is what sets innovators apart and drives progress in every field. One of the most liberating aspects of embracing failure is that it reduces the fear of taking risks. When you no longer see failure as something to avoid at all costs, you become more willing to step out of your comfort zone and pursue ambitious goals. You understand that even if you fail, you'll gain valuable experience and insights that will serve you in the future. This courage to take risks is what allows you to achieve greatness. Ultimately, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Each failure brings you closer to your goals by teaching you what works and what doesn't. It builds your resilience, sharpens your skills, and strengthens your character. When you embrace failure as a teacher, you unlock a mindset that is essential for achieving greatness. You stop fearing failure and start using it as a tool to propel you forward. The fourth powerful mindset shift for achieving greatness is adopting a long game mentality. In a world that often glorifies quick wins and immediate gratification, those who achieve true greatness understand the value of thinking and acting with the future in mind. They recognize that lasting success is not built overnight, but through consistent, intentional effort over months, years, and even decades. A long game mentality begins with clarity of purpose. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve and why it matters, you can align your actions with that vision, even when the rewards seem far off. This clarity acts as an anchor, keeping you focused and grounded amidst distractions and challenges. It allows you to say no to short-term temptations that don't align with your long-term goals, giving you the discipline to stay the course. This mindset requires patience, a quality that is often undervalued in a fast-paced world. Patience is not about waiting passively for success to come to you. It's about actively working toward your goals with the understanding that significant achievements take time. It's the patience to build the foundation before erecting the structure, knowing that the strongest results come from a process that cannot be rushed. One of the hallmarks of a long game mentality is the ability to delay gratification. Successful individuals are willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term rewards. They invest their time, energy, and resources into activities that may not pay off immediately, but have the potential to yield exponential returns in the future. This could mean choosing to save and invest money rather than spending it on fleeting pleasures or dedicating hours to mastering a skill that will serve them for years to come. Long-term thinkers are not deterred by setbacks or slow progress. They understand that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. They embrace the idea that success is a journey, not a destination, and that each day's effort contributes to the larger picture. This perspective allows them to stay motivated and engaged, even when the immediate results are not visible. This mindset involves thinking strategically about the compounding effect of your actions. Just as compound interest grows your wealth over time, consistent effort in the right direction compounds your success. Small daily actions accumulate over time to create extraordinary results. Long-term thinkers are acutely aware of this principle and leverage it to their advantage. Adopting a long-game mentality means developing resilience in the face of uncertainty. The path to greatness is rarely linear, and setbacks are inevitable. Those with a long-term perspective view these challenges as temporary and part of the process. They don't allow short-term difficulties to derail their commitment to their goals. Instead, they adapt, recalibrate, and continue moving forward, knowing that perseverance is the key to overcoming obstacles. This mindset shift changes the way you view competition. Instead of fixating on how others are performing or comparing your progress to theirs, you focus on your own journey. You understand that greatness is not a race, but a personal pursuit. And the only competition that truly matters is with yourself. This perspective frees you from the pressure to keep up with others and allows you to concentrate on what's most important to you. One of the most powerful aspects of this mindset is its ability to foster consistency. When you're focused on the long game, you're less likely to be swayed by fleeting trends or distractions. You understand the value of showing up every day, putting in the work, and staying true to your vision. Consistency becomes your superpower, allowing you to make steady progress even when motivation wanes or circumstances change. Long-term thinkers are masters of preparation. They take the time to plan, set goals, and anticipate challenges. They don't leave their success to chance, but approach it with intention and strategy. This preparation gives them a sense of control and confidence, enabling them to navigate their path with clarity and purpose. Another key aspect of this mindset is the ability to play the infinite game. This refers to the idea that true success is not about reaching a specific endpoint, but about continuously growing, improving, and contributing. Long-term thinkers are not fixated on winning a finite competition. They are committed to making a lasting impact and leaving a legacy. The long-game mentality encourages humility. It reminds you that greatness is not about seeking instant recognition or validation, but about building something meaningful and enduring. This humility keeps you grounded and focused on the work itself rather than the accolades or rewards. This mindset shift is not just about achieving your own goals, it's about creating value for others and contributing to something larger than yourself. Long-term thinkers understand that their success is interconnected with the success of those around them. They invest in relationships, mentor others, and contribute to their communities, knowing that these actions create a ripple effect that amplifies their impact. Ultimately, adopting a long-game mentality transforms the way you approach life. It shifts your focus from immediate gratification to sustainable growth, from fleeting wins to lasting success, and from personal gain to collective contribution. It's a mindset that requires patience, discipline, and vision, but the rewards are immeasurable. By thinking and acting with the future in mind, you create a foundation for greatness that endures the test of time. The journey to greatness is not marked by a single leap, but by a series of deliberate steps. Each mindset shift, practiced consistently, becomes a tool that sharpens your vision, strengthens your resolve, and empowers your actions. These shifts don't merely change how you think, they transform how you live, enabling you to move through life with clarity, purpose, and resilience. The beauty of these shifts lies in their accessibility. They are not reserved for the select few, but available to anyone willing to embrace them. With each shift, you're not just adapting to the world around you, you're shaping it. You're creating a path that aligns with your values, your vision, and the life you want to build. Adopting these shifts requires courage, patience, and a commitment to growth. It's about challenging old habits and perspectives, even when they feel familiar or comfortable. It's about stepping into the unknown with faith in your ability to navigate it. And as you do, you'll discover that the rewards are far greater than you imagined. Not just in what you achieve, but in who you become along the way. True greatness isn't measured by accolades or accomplishments alone. It's reflected in the integrity of your actions, the depth of your character, and the impact you make on others. By embracing these mindset shifts, you're not just setting yourself up for success, you're creating a legacy that inspires and empowers those around you. Each day is an opportunity to practice these shifts, to refine your approach, and to move closer to your potential. They remind you that greatness isn't a destination, but a way of being, a commitment to living with intention, pursuing excellence, and contributing meaningfully to the world. And with each step, you're building a life that is not only successful, but deeply fulfilling. The journey begins with a choice to think differently, to act deliberately, and to believe in the possibilities that lie ahead. As you carry these shifts forward, remember that greatness is not about being extraordinary. It's about making the most of the ordinary moments that shape your life. Every thought, every action, every decision becomes a building block for the extraordinary life you are creating.